Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I got an awesome video for you tonight. I am going to be trying to replicate my second cousin Brenda's chili. And I'm all souped up and festive about it. I got my straw hat on and I got my Texas shirt on. That means I'm ready to eat some chili. So I want to brag on my cousin Brenda for a minute. I got some pictures to show you.
Hi, everybody.
Michelle, she's festive and ready to go. I love her. You could have stayed over here with me, baby.
I could, but I didn't have to duck the whole time.
Well, she's way taller than me, so that's what she's talking about. Anyway, this right here is my second cousin, Brenda, Sue, and I'm going to be duplicating her recipe. And to me, she is one of my most beautiful cousins. And someday some historian, they're going to look back through time and they're going to say Helen of Troy. They're going to say Cleopatra of Egypt. They're going to say Michelle Holbrook. And then they're going to say Steve's cousin, Brenda Sue. I can just see it now. Well, right here is Brenda's chili that I'm going to try to replicate tonight. I seen this picture and I said, boy, that looks good. I want to try it out. And she starves me to death. I'm going to show you some of the other great creations she's made. Look at this cake right here. Boy, doesn't that look good? Man, Brenda Sue, you outdid yourself. Now look at this one here. Look at that. Oh, man, she can bake good. And then look at this pie right here. Man, she's going to have to teach me how to make some of these cakes and pies. But we got to start somewhere, so we're going to start with the chili. So I got my pan right here. I should have had it preheating, but I didn't. I'm going to put it on medium. And I'm going to put me some of this oil in here to keep my onions from sticking, because Michelle, she has to have her onions sauteed, and I like them sauteed too. But now my mother, she put her onions in about when it was done, ready to eat. She liked raw onions, but me and Michelle, we like ours sauteed, so that's how we're going to do it. So that was just 1 tablespoon of oil. I try not to get carried away. Now, Brenda Sue called for 1 large onion. And I'm going to use this onion here. It might not have been more like a medium onion. But that's okay. I got 2 more onions in the pantry. I could have cut up another onion, went in there, but I decided against it. I said I might need that onion for something else. So now I'm going to let that saute for a minute and I'll get back with you. Alright, I'm getting ready to put the hamburger in. We've sauteed these onions. this hamburger came off of a 10-pound roll. And we always cut it into 3 pieces. So there's probably 3 pounds of hamburger here. Now, Brenda Sue's recipe called for 2 pounds of hamburger. So I'm probably going to have some extra hamburger. I thought I broke that plate, but I didn't. It just made a loud noise. It scared me a little bit. All right. This hamburger was frozen, and we've had it thawing out for several days. It's good and thawed out. Well, I shouldn't have said anything.
Found some, did you?
Yeah, as soon as I started bragging on it, it started giving me resistance.
It's alright. Give the onions a little more time to cook.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to pause and we'll be back when we've browned it and drained it. And I'll get out Mom's big pot to put all of our ingredients in. Well, on second thought, before I do that, I'm just going to go over our ingredients so I don't forget to do that. So, we got ketchup to add a little bit of sweetness to our chili. And we got a can of tomato sauce. And then we got a can of diced tomatoes. I got the petite diced. Brenda Sue, her recipe just called for plain diced tomatoes. But I had the petite, so that's what I'm going to use. And then she said 2 small cans of tomato paste. So I just got this large can, and I think it'll be all right. And then 2 cans of chili beans. And then we're going to use 2 cans of tomato juice. And she didn't say how much of this seasoning to use, but I'm going to use 1 tablespoon of each and see how that goes. Unless Michelle comes over here and
Seasons it for you?
seasons it for me or tells me not to do that. So I'm going to use 1 tablespoon of the dark chili powder, 1 tablespoon of the garlic powder, 1 tablespoon of black pepper, and 1 tablespoon of salt. And that's all there is to it. And here in a minute, when my hamburger's ready, I'll show you me mixing it together.
Hello everybody. I'm going to be grating up our cheese to go on top of our chili tonight. So I'm going to start by cutting my block into a space width big enough to fit inside my device.
That cheese came in a 1-pound block.
Why are you having such a hard time walking? There we go.
Wow, almost a fourth of that block almost filled that entire bowl
Halfway?
with cheese.
Almost halfway. It did pretty good. I think that's probably enough to top our chili tonight. What do you think?
I think whatever you think is the perfect amount is the perfect amount. So, what made you decide to shred more cheese?
Because I'm a glutton. I like cheese in my chili.
I do too, especially this freshly ground cheese. It is no comparison to the pre-shredded cheese that has all that stuff on it to make it not cake and preservatives and all that other stuff that goes in there.
There's cheese stuck in there. Don't want to waste any of it.
All right, well, we'll catch you in a few minutes. All right, folks, we're getting ready to add our
Beef back to our big pot. Is your spatula?
Yep.
It's behind you. Scrape out the goodness.
Yep, we don't want to leave any onions behind.
No man left behind.
All right, that's good, Michelle.
I know.
All right, now I'm going to add the tomato juice first. I've used that electric can opener to open cans bigger than that before. Now my grandmother, she had an electric can opener, but my mother refused to own an electric can opener. She always wanted the crank can openers. And I thought my mom was so unsophisticated for not having an electric can opener. And Granny had one, so I don't know what the deal was. And when I say granny, I mean her mother. My mother's mother was more sophisticated to me than my mother. So I don't know. Everybody has their own preferences. I guess that's one thing my mom and grandma disagreed on. I'm going to pause while I get this, because whenever you're filming, you just can't never hold your mouth right. So I'm going to open this and come back. Alright, now I'm going to move on to my tomato paste. And I'll tell you, that tomato juice, as soon as I turned off the camera, that can opener opened it like it was no problem. That's the way life works, you know it? I could just hear my mother in heaven telling me, see, that right there is why I like the crank, son.
Swish it around in your tomato juice.
Yeah, I'm going to swish it around. Put the tomato sauce in there.
Stop licking your fingers.
I'll tell you, I can't tell you how many times I've seen Gordon Ramsay yell at cooks for not tasting the food before they serve it. So
That may be true, but they're not licking their fingers.
I'll tell you, I personally wouldn't trust a cook that didn't taste their own food.
Me neither.
Boy, I'm scraping that with a metal spoon. Michelle's probably over there cringing.
A little bit. I think you should put some kidney beans in there.
Well, I wanted to stay true to Brenda's recipe. I can always, if I make it again, modify it. However, so now you're going to add ketchup. She said this adds a bit of sweetness to it. I don't know how much she uses. See, when she told me that, I thought about putting a 1/4 cup or a 1/2 cup of just sugar in it. You know, if you want sweet chili, just put a 1/4 cup of sugar in it, or a 1/2 cup. And then I said, no, that might make it too sweet. So, you know, you can talk back and forth how you might modify something, but sometimes you're better off just to go by what people tell you.
Alright, my turn.
Okay. Now Michelle, she's going to season it because she has a special connection between her and her ancestors. And she knows
My ancestors tell me when to stop.
yeah, her ancestors tell her when to stop. That's exactly what I was trying to say.
For all of our guests out in YouTube land, Nicholas is behind the camera today.
Well, we're going to let that come to a boil, and then we'll all get us a bowl and we'll tell you what we think.
Hello everybody, we're back and ready to taste our chili.
Man, this looks good. Brenda starved me for weeks with this chili deal.
Did you put his in there too?
He's got it. I'm gonna give me some extra.
Boy, I'm hungry today. Really hungry.
Now, these bowls we're eating out of came from my good friend BJ. She got us these bowls. And this sign over here that says cafe.
Now, I'm so hungry because I just got back from football practice. And I'm ready to eat always after football practice because they about kill me over there.
Man, this has got a good flavor.
Mm-hmm. That is a good flavor. I agree with you.
I agree as well. Brenda, this is a very good recipe. Thank you.
Yes, it is very good. I'm gonna get me a little more cheese because I didn't really get a lot.
Well, that's enough. Don't get no
Oh,
more.
I won't.
Well, anyway, me and Michelle, we kept debating back and forth whether or not to put spaghetti noodles in this. So that'll have to be one of the questions we put on the community page. Do spaghetti noodles go in chili? And you all can decide yes or no.
I'm just gonna tell you, my vote is yes. I think that spaghetti noodles is an essential.
I like spaghetti noodles in my chili, but we decided against it tonight because we didn't want to wait for the noodles to cook. We wanted to go ahead and eat.
I think it's good. I mean, that ketchup they put in there, Brenda, that is brilliant. It does give it a sweet taste, and it upgrades it to a whole new level.
Michelle likes spaghetti noodles in her chili, but not after it's been there for 2 or 3 days.
Nope.
She likes it on the first day, and then she doesn't care for it.
They get too mushy.
If we'd have had the time, we could have had spaghetti noodles on the side and put the chili on top of the spaghetti noodles. All right, well, I think that we can wrap this video up, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody. Bye, Brenda.
Thank you, BJ.